Hi, I'm here to show off my Hardened Scales games. Just on the go. I played in the series. Not really sure how to do this, not really sure how to record things or show stuff, and obviously make it really awkward for like actually recording things. See if we can just get the hand to show. Yeah, I tried to do this beforehand, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing with recording these, so hopefully this comes out in a slightly watchable manner, and my nasally voice, because I'm a little bit sick, is not too terrible. So first game of the manatraders series, my friend just told me, "Hey, there's a series. Go play in it and make sure that Hard Scales isn't bad because he keeps thinking that our deck is bad and it's great and awesome and just the best deck in the format." And I'm not biased. So we look at his hand of Hardened Scales, Hangerback, Welding Jar, two Power Depots, Besiegeu, and Igmoth. It's not a great hand. It's not an amazing hand, but on 7 with a like Hangerback's just generally a pretty strong turn 2 play against a lot of the popular decks right now, just because it gets removed and still has blockers. I'm expecting to see like a Murktide or something. So I just decided this is fine. Let's keep it. Let's go for it. Maybe a slow hand to the mulligans. But obviously, seeing scam, I'm like, that's pretty good. Getting an IOK away is kind of annoying. Also, yeah, I have no idea really how to like pace the mid go. So yeah. Obviously, top deck Hangerback Walker is really good. Just get back into it. He's just playing lands. I'm playing more Hardened Scales. Preparing to put more counters on it. Just kind of playing the slow game. I can just kind of grind under Hangerback Walker until he plays a. If he plays a Dothy, until he plays a Dothy. Right here, try to put the counter on it, and he goes, Terminate. Hey, I can't be regenerated. Isn't that cool that Welding Jar doesn't work here? It happens. Top decking Saga is obviously really good, unless he's drawing like a Blood Moon exactly. Nothing is really going to happen. You see some Pyromancer, just kind of digging for whatever. Yeah, seeing my two lands, all of his thoughts are kind of bad. And game just once you see the Aquan Ravager with the Equal Nexus, game's just kind of over from that point. Especially with the two Hardened Scales and just the ability to make a construct. He's on 2 cards in hand. Like game's just over from this point. And I guess obviously like it's really hard to lose this game like at all. So let's just see what he discard. Yeah, discards like another land, so he's like pretty screwed. And he also discarded 2 lilies earlier, which is kind of funny. Yeah, this just kind of ends up being me. I'm going to just go do Ink Moth kill. And yeah, just sacking the Thopters because there's literally no reason to keep anything. Power Depot, I think that like obviously this isn't the best game to show off how powerful it is. Stan's been playing it. I really like the card, and yeah, obviously Lethal Ink Moth. I don't know what's in his hand, but really solid game. Drew really well after the initial thing. He just had a good start, so that's kind of where that went. And then second replay. I'm probably gonna upload these all separately. I don't know, just because I'd have to like do maybe like sets or something. Getting a missed call. I was dealing with some car crash and claims things earlier, so I'm like, hey, that's a number that is actually with my area code. I might have to actually check that. Oh, I have to click play. So going into game two, I really wish that I had what I sideboarded. I don't. If there's a way to see that, I would love to see it. I don't know. Knowing that I'm up against scam, knowing my deck list, I think I can actually kind of go like if I go not this, did I close it? No, it didn't. If I go to like my collection, I can probably see my deck. This is going to be so awful to watch. Looking at the sideboard, I'll just pull up the sideboard for all other things. I probably just brought in like 1 to 4 dismember. My mind tells me that I probably went somewhere around like 2 safekeeping, 2 dismember. I don't think you need to go 2 in on the dismember, or actually that might be a different matchup. Going dismember is just really good here because if they go, I'm going to scam you, make you discard 2 cards, and have a like 4/3 menace, you could just go. Actually, you have no card in hand, and your one creature is dead. And then you lose, hopefully, is kind of the ideal situation. Does that happen sometimes? Not, it's a hit or miss. This matchup is very coin flippy. Just who has what hand? Can you survive 3 thought seizes and whatnot? I think I keep this one. Yeah, against scam, I have two threats. I have a dismember, Inkmoth Nexus. Like this is half lethal already, and obviously the top deck of the Zabaz is just amazing. I figure, playing the Zabaz into it getting removed and then getting Ragavan is just kind of whatever. So yeah, just slam the hanger back to try to like start building counters. Obviously kills it right away. Just really good waste of a removal spell because I'd rather have the Walking Blister or Harpman Ravager anyways. Just keeps placing Kadathi. And Magus is just like honestly really good for me here. He's completely screwed him off of like he doesn't have any black mana anymore, which is actually like obviously I don't know what's in his hand. This it's this game. Yeah, this engineered explosives I don't know like I just kinda was like I don't really care. But he pops it like in response to the scales, which is really weird. I thought. But yeah, he just gets rid of that. I guess it would have been lethal otherwise. It doesn't have a removal spell in hand. Yeah, no, it would have been lethal otherwise because it's what other artifacts, a boss plus Aquaman Ravager plus any boss is just lethal. But I mean, it still leads me to he has one card in hand. I have the removal for the mags of the move that I don't even care about. He doesn't even have any black sources, so this game is just already won. Also, I couldn't have even Incark killed him anyways. He had the Banks of the Moon. I think that was my actual exact thought line was I literally cannot kill him. And then yeah, at this point I'm just playing safe because I literally have exactly lethal on the Walking Ballista at any time. You gotta just go dismember the Magus, Inkmoth, Sackbolt, Inkmoth, Sack, Thopter. You don't even need to use the Oslo. You can just Walking Ballista any time. So it's just I want to play around his removal and even like 3 pieces of removal to be able to beat me. I guess I'll just like go through all of the games. I need to go find in my settings, right? Yeah. Here's Wolf Midnight. Next game against Castillo. I believe this is God, what's it called? Heliod, which is weird. So we get to play first. We see a hand of Patchy, Urza Saga, Hangerback, Walking Ballista. I haven't reviewed these games before I've recorded them. That's probably not the best thing ever. Quality content only. I think that I keep this just because it's slow, but it goes Urza Saga, Patrick Automaton, where you can like sandbag the Saga. You just have a lot of options, which is kind of what I like having with this deck. Just game one. I see Winds of Teeth into Temple Garden into Arbor Elf and as a former pawns up. Yeah, I sandbag the Saga here, play a Patrick Automaton, especially the second one because you can just build on top of them and then just completely stomp someone. I'm like thinking it's just like Naya Ponza. I see the Heliod, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what this is. I haven't seen this deck in forever. Funnily enough, we're like the one deck that can actually get around the whole Heliod thing because we can just go, haha, you have as much life as you want. I have an Ink Moth, and then you die. I think right here is, yeah, he plays a Ballista. I'm just like, okay, that's not happening. I bolt it, or yeah, Ballista on end step. I mean, yeah, I considered here. I guess I should like have on the pause button just in case I need to pause. I considered going, land, put a count on the ballista, and then like ping, try to leave it alive. But the ballista's pinging my ballista anyways. It's kind of whatever. He has a spec feeder now, so he has functionally infinite life. I'm now just hoping, I can have a bunch of construct tokens so I can block until the end of time, and I have, you know, Power Depot. I can go get. He's a boss to try to do funny things, and he's just gonna gain life for a bit. So I can monologue. Lots of options here. You're basically just hoping to draw either a Ravager or enough Zabosses to get enough counters on the Inkmoth Nexus to just kill him. Pendlehaven plus Power Depot plus Popping Saga means that you're not like game's not over by any means. Your opponent being at like 100 life is a little tough to deal with, but it's nothing that we can't handle with Inkmoth Nexuses. I've personally thought about possibly cutting an Inkmoth, just personally due to, yeah, I literally drew the. Did I concede here? Why did it pause? I can't rewind. It's so annoying. I think I drew an Ozolith, so I just grabbed a Pithing Needle naming Walking Ballista since that's main in this list. Is this where the game ended? Did I just concede? No. Did my opponent concede? No. Miko, I'm so new to Miko. I am so sorry that this is going to be. Is it just like, why is this? Okay, that's really weird. Anyways, I'm like, okay, I don't need. I need to now just not lose while I get more draw steps towards And then yeah, obviously Besage of the Pit Needle. And that was kind of where the game sort of started to end because now I don't have Pit Needle to back up my. I guess it's now going at like real time. Was it going like faster earlier? That would have been nice. So confused. Yeah, now it's like going faster. That goes replace Stink. And then yeah, gets the Walking Ballista, goes Spike Feeder, goes Kill Me. I really hope this is watchable. I'm not retaking this. Whatever. He kills me. Into game two. I think I'll upload this and then ask people if they want my silly commentary or not. Should probably start the game. Yeah. So now I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of a brutal matchup, or well, brutal matchup. Not a brutal matchup. It's kind of the thing where I really want to have. I really want to be up a game after game one because, especially with the main deck Pithanil, it's very easy to just snag that one game and then be able to mess up. Kind of have that safety net. As you can see in the top right, I have kept this hand. I don't remember. I guess it's a fine hand. You have two lands. You start on the Power Depot. You get Power Depot in just pretty much any draw of just any other land in the next 2 turns is just going to be insane. You have the Hardened Scales, you have the Ozlith, you have the Walking Ballista, you have the Archon Ravager, you have infinite removal, even just like next turn lands. Please say that those messenger pings don't come up in this. That would be yeah. Urza Saga is just amazing here. Go immediately into Archon Ravager, and then next turn you can go ideally draw Forest. Go. Oh, that's brutal. Yep. So Skyclave's my Archon Ravager. I do have a backup, so that's fine. This is yeah, just to hold open the Saga token, I guess. I mean, yeah. My line of thinking here was he doesn't have enough to Heliod. Like you can't go Heliod kill me. He doesn't have enough mana or enough tools or anything. So I'm just going to wait. I have no reason to go any faster than I am currently. I don't know why it keeps freezing, but I guess that's just a Miko moment. Yeah, float the mana, find the Pith Needle, name Spike Feeder just because it's a lot easier to go like Coco, which is probably what he has open, which I wasn't seeing the Utopia's probably. He probably has Coco, and if he just Coco's into Infinite Life, I don't have an Ink Moth. I don't like. I need to just draw into an Ink Moth and then wait a turn, which is kind of brutal. And yeah, even gets the Spike Feeder, which is kind of brutal, but doesn't gain him life, so it's fine. Ping down the Arbor Elf, and we're just kind of like having a game here. Obviously, it gets a little awkward if like he draws into more things. You know, like okay, the Cavi Chicken challenge was just weird. I don't know why he did that. Find another Saga. Saga's great. Saga lets me just do more things. Play Ozlith. This is just a huge misplay. Or no, I was gonna play the. There's some game in here where I play the Patrick Automaton and I like play something else first for no reason. Why am I sacrificing things? Oh, I'm putting counters on the. Okay, yeah. Decided to get rid of the Ravager just to have the. Oh, this is lethal. That's why I did that. I'm I should not be giving commentary to these games. Yeah, so I saw the lethal, I saw the line, he's tapped out. He could have Force of Vigor. He has 2 cards in hand. It's very unlikely he has Force of Vigor. Always, when you're calculating lethal, look at the number of cards. Like you're allowed to ask at any time how many cards your opponent has in hand. If you're playing in person, they are obligated to give you that information. If they don't, go call a judge or something. There's a big circle. That's just because I'm recording. Okay, you're allowed to know how many cards your opponent has in hand. Very, very important information because you get to know, hey, I know that my opponent is going to be, you know, unlikely to have exactly Solitude white card, exactly Force of Vigor green card, exactly Force of Negation blue card. You need 2 cards for those sorts of things, and they need to be the exact color and the exact other card that you need. And a lot of sideboards these days, unless you're playing against like fucking Rhinos or something, are just only going to have one of each thing. Or like, yeah, Rhinos has 4 Force of Vigors. I just know that I play the deck. They have very few green pitch cards, so a lot of the time you're either pitching it to another Force of Vigor, sandbagging the Crashing Footfalls to pitch to the Force of Vigor, pitching one of your Cascades to the Force of Vigor, which is kind of rough. And then other decks are only playing like 2 or 3, like Yawgmoth and stuff. At least I believe, and I might be wrong, and I'm probably wrong. Next game. So what do I keep here? What awful hand. I don't keep that one. And if I keep, yeah, no, I don't keep that one. I mulligan. I mulligan twice. Oh, I mulligan twice. Oh, sorry, I need to see that again. I don't know how the make go replay system works. It does not work nearly as well as any other replay system. We see a first hand. Mulligan to six. See now. Okay, on the draw. If this is a seven, I keep because I can go turn zero Gemstone Caverns, turn one Urza Saga into like Walking Ballista, have a Besage up, pitch like the Pendlehaven, or probably pitch the Cragcrow Pathway, play Pendlehaven, have Power Depot open, but pitch it because it just seemed pretty slow. Do I pitch it? Yeah, mulligan to five. Or this is my mulligan to five. I keep this, yeah, and then you just. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, man. I really wish I could give like live commentary to when I'm actually playing this game. That's a draw and a half. That Pithing Needle right there. Yeah, just play the ballista. I'm playing off of Urza Saga this game. That ballista is not getting more counters before it's relevant. I'm not letting him ramp out of into infinity. You get to Urza Saga twice. You get to Patchwork into Pithing Needle. You just get to kind of get there. Kind of showing the strength of Gemstone Cavern. Should I be pitching on a five? Maybe not. Maybe that was a bad idea, but I did it anyways. Yeah, grabbed here's Grab Digger's Cage, which is huge against um Coco. Path to Exile is apparently a card people play. Pithing Needle on a Spike Feeder again. Again, he's doesn't have a Heliod, and you need a bunch of mana to do the Walking Ballista thing, and I have big enough creatures already. I just figure this is fine. This is really funny. So it was kind of funny to begin with, and then he played a Pendlehaven, so it got better. But he attacks it with the Conclave Mentor, and it just make it 2/3. He's just like, oh, oops, guess that dies. Play Welding Jar. Welding Jar now protects any of my things unless he exiles them, which is really good. So right now, sitting really pretty. No cards in hand, but he's on three, so the amount of like ways he has to actually do something is pretty low. Obviously, he gets the Calculator Operation, exiles the Graphics Cage. Okay, he has a Coco. Drawing another land's pretty brutal here, but you just get a free attack in. It's kind of whatever. Skyclave dies, gives me a 1/1. Not the best thing in the world, but it's better than nothing. And pass back, so he has the Coco here. Inkmoth Nexus is good to just kind of have. It's just like a backup thing. Obviously, you have the Pendlehaven. Fully attacking in here probably wasn't the best idea. But also he's at 4. And then, yeah, Ranger Captain Spike Feeder is probably like the worst thing that could have happened because then you go get Walking Ballista and that's pretty brutal. He falls for it again, and then he evokes Solitude to, get the construct because he didn't block it. So now he's on 2 cards, one of which is Walking Ballista. So yeah, I'm stuck on literally just. And yeah, he plays a Pendlehaven. He literally has the card himself, and he pings down my dude. So now this is actually super awkward because now that Walking Ballista is now threatening if I like draw just Arcman Ravager. It's kind of if I just go in, I'm just like okay, I have to start getting in some damage. And I have Pendlehaven and Walking Ballista, or Pendlehaven and Welding Jar, so I can like. I'm trying to bait the Walking Ballista into dying because he's gonna start putting counters on. That's gonna be kind of brutal. I don't know why he just like sacked his Conclave Mentor. But yeah, this was a pretty close one. This is probably one of my closest matches. Drawing this boss here is really good because now I can like, and then yeah, he regenerates. I don't know why I didn't just do that first, but whatever. I have like sort of lethal, pressingly a bit off, but now I'm just like protected against whatever. Oh, I didn't do it because he had the other thing, so I didn't want to like have any shenanigans happen. He has 1 card in hand, so this is like pretty good. And there's basically like nothing that can kill me from this point other than like him untapping and doing something crazy. Hangerback Walk is just an amazing draw here. Obviously makes you want to keep this Vaz up because now it could have sacked the Hangerback, but it's fine. Keep the Inkmoth back as a blocker. Mako goes too fast to give thoughts, man. Skyclave on Pithingdale is interesting. Lets him gain some life. He doesn't have another thing. If he had another Heliod there, that would have just been, that would have been fine. I have the Inkmoth. But yeah. And then this is just like, this is game over. He has no cards in hand. I have an Arcman Ravager. Game just over. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna upload this and hope it's not too terrible. And I'll see what people think about my dumb commentary. I don't think it was very helpful, but it was kind of fun to do. If the rest should be uploaded silently, or I should re-upload this one silently, then that is a thing that I will consider or possibly just do. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed, and this is going to take an hour to upload to YouTube.